Hello, everybody. Welcome to episode 62 of the Tiny Discs Podcast, a show about a bunch of updates about our show. I am Robert Scarpanito, and I'm joined here by Collin Sparling.
Hey, how's it going, everybody? I hope you and yours are doing well.
Yeah, and Jack didn't make it with us for this week. He will hopefully be back next week. So until then, you're gonna have to miss out on your Jack goodness, and we'll have to suffice for you.
Yeah, no getting jacked this week, boy. Yeah, it's all it's leg week. It's leg week, bitch. Wake the fuck up.
We ain't getting Jack. That needs to be the name of the episode. We don't got Jack.
We don't got Jack. Like the cheese?
Cheddar Jack. Yeah, Jack Cheddar.
I feel like we've had an opening topic all about cheese before on this show.
That'd be a bit cheesy of us, wouldn't it?
Fucking hell. All right.
Okay, so this is going to be a little bit of an unconventional, shorter episode. So we missed out on last week as well. Sorry about that. But if you remember 2 weeks ago, we kind of ended the show talking about how our next episode is going to be a different kind of episode. And that by that we meant the next episode after this one, episode 63, is going to be the new kind of good stuff. What we decided to do for this week is probably just give a more well-rounded description of what to expect from the new show format. And we'll field any questions after the lecture. So feel free to stick around and ask us questions.
It's on the fucking syllabus. Okay, end the recording.
Yeah. Just read the syllabus. Meet us next week. Okay.
No joke, I had a professor walk into class wearing a shirt that says, "It's on the syllabus. Stop asking me."
Nice. But then did he not give out a syllabus? That would have been the power play.
It was online, so he didn't have to.
Okay. So yeah, we're going to talk a bit about what the new show format's going to be. And then we're just going to go through, like, Collin and I are just going to banter about some news because, like, shit's happening in the world. I mean, shit's always happening in the world.
Gears are turning in the games industry, guys.
Yeah, programs are being written. Code is being coded. But anyway, verbs are happening. All right, so the new show format, Collin kind of briefly mentioned it about 2 weeks ago, but essentially what we're going to be doing is going to be a shorter show where we, instead of talking about games we've been playing and gaming news, make video games, theoretically. Like we go through the theory of a game. We don't sit down and code for you live with the clickety clacks going on in the background. We've created a bunch of lists on an Excel spreadsheet that, oh wait, can we say Excel? On a spreadsheet program that
get flagged by Microsoft.
Yeah, on a spreadsheet program where we create lists of like genres. Well, right now we have 4 lists: genres, modifiers, setting, and conflict. And we're going to roll random numbers for all 4 of the lists. And we'd eventually create a string of words that would describe our video game. So, for example, we would create an action-adventure game with a hand-drawn aesthetic set in medieval times, and the protagonist is searching for a powerful relic.
So, basically, any modern indie fucking Metroidvania game.
Yeah, we created a Metroidvania. You know, we could throw in roguelike or some shit. I don't know. Just have fun with it. But
whatever the kids are into these days.
Yeah, I hear they're into Sudoku, Seppuku, Sudoka.
Robert, are you implying that children are into killing themselves?
Yes, I am. They commit Sudoku on their phones. It's wild. No, so with these lists, we generate that string, like a string of words randomly generated, like I showed. And from there, it's kind of a jumping off point where we talk about the mechanics of the game and discuss how Filbert is going to win the game and what the player needs to do to reach the end.
Who the fuck is Filbert?
Filbert is the protagonist of every one of our games, I've just decided.
Yeah, I'm playing this game. It's like this medieval side-scrolling game. Oh yeah, what's the character's name? Filbert.
Yeah, it's The Legend of Filbert, Ocarina of Time.
That sounds like a fucking, I don't know, a shitty plumber from Boston.
So he's like Mario's cousin, Filbert.
Or the guy that answers the phone when you call the towing company to get your car back. Hey, how's it going, Shamrock Towing? My name's Filbert. How can I help you?
Man, that's a deep Columbus cut for those of you from Ohio. So yeah, that's really kind of all there is to it. It's a premise that is simple. It only takes about a minute or two into the episode to kind of get it set up. And we plan on rolling it live on the show, so we're not going to come in prepared, and that way you guys can't be like, oh, they just chose those modifiers because that makes sense and it's easier to make a game like that. No, we're gonna fucking roll random ones and have to make a life simulation battle royale game set in the jungle where a ghost haunts the main character. Somehow we're gonna make a game out of that.
Yes. I'm super excited about this because when we get this all finished up, me and Rob were just talking about this, but we want to release this spreadsheet like to the public so you guys can see exactly what we look at during the show. And the cool thing about that is you can go down the list and be like, hey, them dumb people over there, they forgot about this thing that should go in this column. So we'd be free and open to suggestions. So you can say or tell us to put cool stuff on there that would make us, make our stories even funnier, with eggplant nights or something.
Yeah. Yeah. You can tweet them to us at Tiny Disc Podcast. That's Twitter at Tiny Disc Podcast, or email them to us at tinydiscpodcast@gmail.com to get those suggestions to us. And I mean, it's not going to be like 100% we'll take all suggestions. Otherwise, let's be honest, every game's going to be about dicks.
Eggplants, Robert.
Right. Eggplant warriors.
Get ready for our first game, eggplant fingers. Like salad fingers, but like less emo.
Yeah. But very sexual. Like there's no dicks in it, but you know. Everyone knows, Yeah, that's pretty much the simple rub of it. The rest of the show is just going to be reliant on the three of us knowing enough about games and being entertaining enough to make a game that's worth listening to or listening about.
Yeah, and I'm sorry to you guys, the few of you out there that are going to be, you're going to miss our old structure and things like that and us talking about games if there are a few of you out there. But a big reason why we kind of wanted to bring something in fresh was because the thing that we were doing before was a genre that was just, we were kind of spinning our wheels in. We were like, a lot of people, it's kind of an oversaturated genre, for every podcast, there's like a dozen out there that are doing video game news, or dozens rather, probably hundreds, if not thousands of people that are doing video game news and games they've been playing and things like that. Right. So we figured, well, what if we did something different? What if we did something a little bit more fun with game design and stuff like that? And like, we could have people on, even like if we, or when we decide to have guests on in the future, we could have people that aren't even necessarily up to date on like the latest gaming news or something like that. And it would be easy to implement them and have chemistry with any guest that we have on later in the show. I feel like it would be just a fun thing to do.
Yeah, you hear that, future guests? It's not a matter of if, it's when we come for you and ask you to be on our show. It's going to happen. Confirmed.
But no, I think Robert would agree. I think it's just a way easier structure to include guests in on what it is we do here at the Tiny Disc Podcast.
Yeah,
so
yeah, it's a lot easier to spin discs with people with this system. I mean, it's just a matter of like how wide of a breadth do you have playing games? Because if we got Ninja on here, which, hey Ninja, I know you're listening, get at me. Pinoptimist, PINOPTIMST. But all he knows how to play is Fortnite, right? So like,
everything's battle royale.
Yeah,
everything.
we can only talk about shooter battle royales. If we talk about anything else, he's like, guys, I don't know. What is this platformer? Is that a kind of transformer?
What you mean? A game without guns, without shooting?
All right, so I see you're making a stealth medieval game, but where's the guns, guys? Where's that?
You're about 1,000 years early there, mate. No, but no, it's like just having guests on the show is something we've always wanted to do, and we've talked about it for such a freaking long time. And it just never worked out for us with our old structure. So moving forward into the future here, once we get solid footing with the structure we're going with now, and we get the couple of the kinks worked out, I think it'd be a really fun thing to have on quite a few guests here, and especially since we're in one of the video game mecca cities right now, here in Seattle, there's a way higher chance of finding those types of gaming minded people that would love to be on a show like this. So
Hopefully, fingers crossed.
hopefully,
Yeah.
maybe.
So I don't know, guys. Get excited. This is going to be good. And also, it's not 100% if this is what we're gonna keep with. Like, if we're gonna stick with this for the show. I guess it depends on how badly we bomb our trial runs. But I have a lot of confidence. I think it's gonna happen, and I think it's something that y'all will enjoy. Because it's going to be fun. Like, look, listen. One of the genres we have is dating simulator. And you bet your sweet harem ass that we're going in on a dating simulator whenever it happens.
I don't know, dude. I mean, Dream Daddies has already been covered. I mean, there's already fucking dating pigeons. Like, what else is there?
You know, we'll come up with something. We'll cross that bridge when it comes.
Dating swords. Boyfriend Dungeon covered dating swords.
It did. Yo, Boyfriend Dungeon, play that game. It's gonna be great.
What if I want to date pretzels? I'll just date this bag of pretzels that I have right here, Robert.
Yeah, go ahead. Be salty about it.
Oh god.
Got him.
Oh god. Are we just gonna run the gamut of the different types of pretzels? One makes a better boyfriend than the other.
Sourdough pretzels, rod pretzels.
This one's a yogurt pretzel. I guess you could say he's pretty sweet.
I feel like pretzel rods would be the dicks of the pretzel world.
Oh fuck. Mm-hmm. Yeah, dude, he's really scrawny. He's kind of like a stick, you know.
Yeah. There you go. That's it. That's gonna be our first game. Pretzel dating.
God.
Yeah. Hatoful pretzel. There it is.
Hatoful pretzel. Pretzel de amore.
So with that, let's talk about some shit that's been happening, right? You know, kind of one last hurrah for the show.
Some news.
Of the world. So hey, do you like microtransactions? I love microtransactions. To hear the rest of this podcast, you'll need to pay $250. You can just make that out to me on PayPal. Yo,
this man's got overused jokes, everybody. Overused jokes.
If you want a fresh joke, that's gonna be $3. Just so you know.
No, actually, you got to pay to gamble to get a fresh joke. Or you might get the same joke over and over again.
Yeah. So here's some shit, guys. Fucking loot boxes and skin gambling have been around for way longer than it really should be, and it feels like it's been around longer than it has. And the world ain't taking it anymore. Agencies from Spain, the UK, France, even the state of Washington, which is where Collin and I just moved to,
where we just live, and has one of the biggest video game meccas there is.
Yeah. All these representatives are signing, like, these are representatives from like the official gambling and gaming authorities. The people who like decide the rules that their casinos can go by. Same people are signing this paper, this declaration against the blurring of lines, quote, the blurring of lines between gambling and gaming. So look, there have been some countries out there, some governing bodies who've been cracking down on it. Good for them, by the way. Belgium, good for you for doing that. But like, I mean, not much is going to change, right? Because like if only one country's doing it, and like, no offense to Belgium, but like one small country isn't going to change much. But with multiple countries like this, and even one US state kind of jumping on this bandwagon, I feel like that's going to do a lot.
I feel like this is some of the most government involvement for video games that we've seen in a really long time, probably ever since the ESRB was formed.
With Mortal Kombat.
Like I don't think I haven't seen in my life the government get so involved with video games other than, and then, well, before this, it was the whole thing with video game violence all of a sudden being called out. But beyond that, biggest thing for sure. And I think that it's really stupid that video games even let it get to this level. Like, hey, stop putting shitty fucking predatory practices in your games, guys. Not hard.
Yeah.
And it's not. And what blows my mind, it seems like the threat even by like federal governments isn't even making the games industry back down.
Yeah. Didn't EA pull some shit?
Well, it was 2K.
2K, that's right.
2K was like, hey guys, if you still want loot boxes in NBA 2K, you got to ask your federal government to keep giving you loot boxes.
I also think there's a story with EA where they were just like, yeah, fuck you, government of Belgium. We're not taking loot boxes out of a game.
I don't know if they went that far, did they?
Let me double check to be sure.
Because Jim Sterling released a fucking scathing video about the whole 2K thing. But yeah, it's just really shitty because 2K is like, hey, so we know you want to keep paying for your stats that you should be getting in game. So yeah, keep paying us money for stuff that should already be included in the base game. Mm-hmm. I don't know. The whole thing with loot boxes is getting out of hand, and it's like, and it's even extending to stuff like, I mean, there's more and more practices coming out. Like I was seeing more and more stuff about fighting games and how like they're not including base fucking characters in the game that should be there at the start of the game, you know.
Long.
Yeah,
my boy, my Jackie Chan boy.
And Soul Calibur 6 not including I forget her name.
Terra?
I think so.
Maybe.
Yeah, and I mean, shit, Dragon Ball Fighters didn't include base Goku and base Vegeta.
Okay, but that's not base character. That's not the same meaning of base characters.
But still, they're basic. It's Goku and Vegeta. They're basic characters.
But, okay, but also, can we just talk about how, just a quick tangent about fighters? When the base Goku and Vegeta comes out, you can literally have a team. You can already have a team full of Gokus, but I think you can have a team full of Vegetas. Yeah,
I mean, I don't know. Goku's a shit character. Everyone knows that.
Hey, how dare you? He's a basic medium character.
He's a basic medium character and a low father.
Yeah, he's a very low father.
He's low on the rung of fatherhood. No, man, it's just I'm just so over the whole microtransaction thing. Like it's getting tiring hearing about it. It's like as soon as we shut down one predatory practice in the game industry, something pops up to take its place.
Yeah,
I'm so glad that online passes for games are no longer a thing. Because that was terrible. Like that was toward the end of the 360 PS3 era, and I remember getting what was it? Tekken Tag Tournament 2, and they're like, hey, yeah, you bought this game used, and the code for the online pass is already used, so you can't play online unless you pay an extra, $15-20
on top of your used game.
Right, exactly. Same thing happened with Mass Effect. I got Mass Effect 2 used from a friend for my birthday one year, and it was like, hey, you want to access the Cerberus network? You got to pay an extra $15. I'm like, oh, hey, I got to pay $15 for this game I didn't, I got as a gift. That's pretty cool.
I mean, at least that was back when the story was good. looking at you, Andromeda.
Andromeda.
And just to go back to EA, since we're talking about an EA game, they did, for a fact, basically say fuck you to the Belgian government about.
You have a quote on that?
Yeah, FIFA 18 and 19. They were just like, yeah, no, we're going to keep selling shit from there. According to, here's a story from Gaming Post from Canada. Yeah, they were saying that EA just said no. And this was originally reported, I think, by Belgian newspapers that was picked up along the way over here.
They just told Belgium, no, we're not taking them out?
Yeah, we're not taking them out. So now they're under criminal investigation in Belgium.
Oh, my God.
Yeah.
It's like, I don't know. This horse has already been beaten to death. So like, it's ridiculous the lengths that they're going for to get money and stuff like that. And you know what? I mean, tons of games that have come out based on like just a critical clout that they have and stuff like that. I mean, Spider-Man right now, selling fucking great, doesn't have predatory microtransactions. They have one DLC pass. The base game already has a good $60 worth of content.
And can we give Insomniac some props where that Spider-Man game could have easily been skin bait?
Oh, easily.
Yeah,
totally.
Hey,
they could have fucking nickeled and dimed you in all of those Spider-Man suits in the game.
Oh yeah, they could have been like, hey, you want really cool Iron Spider-Man suit? Pay $5, please. Thanks. But no.
They didn't. They did things the old school way. Holy fuck. They did things the old school way where you just play the game and you work to unlock the fucking shit. Oh my God, it's a revelation.
Yeah. And
hallelujah.
let me just say, the last skin is so worth it. It really, really knocks your socks off, if you know what I mean.
Yes. Yeah, some good cosmetic porn going on in there.
Oh yeah.
Some good shit.
Some good.
But anyway, I say we go to the next topic because
let's
feel
celebrate.
like this topic's beaten to death.
Let's celebrate something. PlayStation Classic, $100, December 3rd. You get 20 PlayStation games in a little thing that looks like a small PlayStation.
Yeah, boy. You know, I was all over that. I have my pre-order up right now. Robin and I were talking about it over dinner. Robert is pretty big. He's pretty big against this whole thing.
Well, I'm not against it. It's fine if you want to buy it, but to me, this is just like such an easy cash grab where I'm just like, whatever.
But super exciting stuff. I do have a few concerns about it. I think $100 is a little bit too much for this thing.
Way too much.
Yeah, $100 is a little bit too much. If it would have been sitting in the $60, even the $80 range, I would have been way less hesitant to just jump on board with it. $100 is really towing that line where I'm like, it's almost a little too expensive. If they said it was $120, I probably wouldn't have went for it.
But you still voted with your wallet. I
did, because I want this damn thing. I can play Wild Arms on HD on my HD TV, so I'll take it.
Yeah. They've announced 5 games so far for it. Final Fantasy VII, because of course, right? Of course. Like, of course. Why would it not?
Because we got to re-release that for the nth time.
We've got to beat Final Fantasy VII at least 7 times before Final Fantasy VII Remake comes out. That's just how it works. Tekken 3, Wild Arms, Jumping Flash, and Ridge Racer Type 4, with 15 other games heretofore unannounced.
Right. I really hope in my heart of hearts that they go kind of JRPG heavy on this thing. They've already showed that they have partnership with Square Enix for their licenses with Final Fantasy VII. I can't remember if Wild Arms is a Square Enix license or not.
No idea. Although I do really hope that if they do get more Square Enix games, they get Final Fantasy 9 and deliberately skip 8, just like the Switch does.
Oh my God, please.
I'd love it. I'd love that.
Dude, even Square Enix is throwing shade at Final Fantasy 8. It's so terrible.
I know.
Like, full disclosure, though, I've never actually played Final Fantasy 8, and I kind of want to now because it's getting so much shade. I just want to see if it's actually as bad as people make it out to be. Because people talk about it like it's like the fucking, like, it's the bane of the existence of the franchise. Like, Final Fantasy 8 should have never existed, some people will tell you. But other people will tell you Final Fantasy 8 is one of the best in the series. Yeah. It's like one of the most divisive games I've ever seen.
I mean, but I think we can all agree with the Final Fantasy series that Final Fantasy 13 is the best, most open Final Fantasy game in the whole franchise.
Oh, for sure. Hey, Frank, try going left. I can't go left. Hey, Frank, try going right. I can't go right.
Rip.
What is happening? God, I love you, JonTron.
But still, somehow, Japan loves lightning. Like, she's huge there. Couldn't explain it to you.
Oh, yeah. I mean, she's got the total idol look going on about her.
And her personality is basically Femme Cloud.
Yeah. I've never actually, also full disclosure on this one, I haven't played 13 either. But
it's an interesting one.
Is it even worth playing though?
See, I for some reason enjoyed my time with it because it was really pretty when it came out, so that distracted me from like the rest of the game. But,
look at this, it's really pretty.
But it's kind of the epitome of pressing A a lot to win, like for real.
Oh boy.
Yeah, there's like a little bit of strategy and like shifting your roles, but essentially by the end of the day, you're pressing A a lot to win.
Press A to win. Press A to win.
Yeah,
I thought it was a big deal. Like, I think, was that the first Final Fantasy game on Xbox?
It was the first one on 360 and PS3.
Right, but I don't think there was any Final Fantasy games in the OG Xbox, right?
Was Final Fantasy 12 on it, or is that a PS2 exclusive?
I'm pretty sure it was a PS2 exclusive.
Okay, because I know Final Fantasy 13 was released for 360.
It was, yeah, it was. I think Final Fantasy 11 came out on 360.
I don't know. I mean, It's an
think
MMO. It doesn't count. It's not a real Final Fantasy game.
Oh, well, yeah. I mean, if you want to go that far, but I think that did come out on there. Because they wanted to utilize Xbox Live and how the network was so much better than playing an MMO on a fucking PS2. Could you make it? Picture that. An MMO on a fucking PS2.
Yeah, it's not great.
No.
Looking at you, Metal Gear Online on Metal Gear Solid 3 Subsistence.
Jeez. Hey, there was fucking Phantasy Star Online on the Dreamcast, all right, with a 56K modem.
Yikes.
But anyway.
Press X to punch. Now wait like a day or two. And then,
anyways, back to the PlayStation Classic. Yes, $100 is a pinch too much. I'm still going to pay it because I want all them sweet, sweet games. I think that if they go JRPG heavy, that would be optimal for me personally. And I think there will be quite a few on there because that was kind of what a lot of the library was for the PlayStation 1.
Yeah.
And there's a lot of great JRPGs on there to put there. But I'm curious whether or not they're going to go like with Crash Bandicoot or like a Spyro, even though both of those games are getting remastered.
See, if they do.
Or did get remastered.
Fucking riots, dude.
Like, it wouldn't make much sense to me if they did. But
it's so pointless.
Yeah, but we got the SNES and NES Classic, and both of those had like, Super Mario World and Super Mario everything and Zelda games that we've played like a bunch of times over on several other consoles.
Right, but it's not like a month before the NES Classic came out, there was like The Legend of Zelda Link to the Past HD remaster. You know what I mean? Like that was just a game that existed in the past and hasn't been remade. I mean, there's like A Link to the Past, which is like an homage, but not quite. But this is literally Crash Bandicoot 1 was remade, remastered from the ground up a year ago. Spyro 1 is going to come out remade, remastered a month before this PlayStation Classic. Like,
right.
It'd be foolish to put like Spyro 1, let alone 3 Spyro games.
Yeah, I think it would be a bit of a shot in the foot, in my opinion, if they did that. I don't really, but at the same time though, those are like some of its first party titles. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but it's not like this is in a time vacuum. Like Sony, like if Sony's looking to make money off this, they have to realize like, what they're putting out there and when they're putting it out.
Right. I mean, I would say it would be kind of a bad idea with those remakes doing so well. Also, I don't even know if they'll get the licenses because both of those are owned by Activision now.
Yeah.
So I guess that's kind of a toss up at the moment. But also the other concern that I have is, do you look at the controllers? There's no analog sticks in them bad boys.
Yeah, but I mean the OG like original PlayStation, like in the beginning, didn't have analogs.
Well, I know, but like they got them, I think 2 or 3 years later after launch, they got the DualShock ones.
Yeah.
But I mean that like what that means is it throws some of the games that like absolutely need analog sticks out the windows, like i.e. Ape Escape and things like that.
Yeah, which those were good games.
Right. And so like somebody speculated on IGN that since it's just USB ports to hook into the thing, might be able to just hook in your DualShock 4.
Maybe.
I mean, the PlayStation TV supported DualShock 4, so you never know.
Yeah. I guess it just depends on how much like proprietary modern day PlayStation architecture is going to be on this, or if it's really just kind of like a beefed up Raspberry Pi.
Yeah, who knows? I don't know, but like I'm gonna wait. I'm curious to see what other games they're gonna put on there. Got it pre-ordered. I don't know. We're just gonna have to. It's a wait and see thing. Yeah, it's gonna be a hot commodity this holiday season, though. Pre-orders are up right now.
I love how you're like, I only know 25% of the games on this, but I already have it pre-ordered.
I mean, I can if it's an absolute shit lineup, I can cancel it.
True.
Because what I'm saying is, if it came out and it was really fucking good, and then next thing you know, I can't fucking buy it because all the scalpers already got to them.
Yeah, I have a feeling Sony isn't like they're copying Nintendo, but I don't know if they're going to copy Nintendo's false
artificial scarcity.
Yeah,
yeah.
So here's the thing: number one game that has to be on this thing. Collin, what's yours?
Oh man, I mean, Wild Arms is kind of up there.
Well, that we don't know of.
Vagrant Story or Final Fantasy Tactics or Tactics Ogre, one of those three.
For me, it'd probably be, I mean, for sure, Metal Gear Solid. Like, I feel like there's just no way this thing's gonna come out without Metal Gear Solid.
Yeah, I feel maybe I would be surprised if it didn't have MGS on there.
Like I know Konami is a bit of a shithead, but like, come on, you got to do something to work that out.
Yeah, I mean, they got to do something with the name, right? I mean,
Yeah.
Sure as shit, Metal Gear Survive didn't do anything for him.
Yeah, or don't give us Metal Gear VR missions. That's just don't bother with that. Just
Dude, you know, be really fucked up though is if you played MGS on this thing and Hideo Kojima's name was completely wiped from the credits in the beginning.
Rip.
Oh my god, I'd be so upset.
Yeah. You know, it'd be cool to see Siphon Filter on this. Those games were like weird.
They haven't. Siphon Filter though hasn't aged well.
It hasn't, but it'd be kind of interesting to see them bring it back. You know.
Oh wait, Parasite Eve as well. Also, we're forgetting fucking Castlevania Symphony of the Night.
Yeah, no, that has to be on here too, right? Like that.
Symphony of the Night is another one that's up there. That's like kind of needs to be on there. It's
like
kind of a staple.
It's a quintessential PS game. I was gonna say
PSX.
I was gonna say a number, but I was like, wait, that's not. Huh.
But no, yeah, that's definitely like I think Final Fantasy Tactics is it, or that between that and Vanguard Story are like two games that I'd really like to play still in the PlayStation 1 library.
Yeah.
And so if those were on there, that'd be awesome. I think Final Fantasy Tactics is more likely than Vagrant Story because Vagrant Story is a little more of a deeper cut.
Yeah.
But Vagrant Story's battle system is like unlike anything you've ever played in a game before. Vagrant Story is super fucking cool, and it's got like comic book looking cutscenes and this kind of early version of cell shading that's really interesting.
Nice.
Yeah.
I don't know. There are some old PlayStation games I'd love to see on it, but I can't think of a single game that would make me think I need to pay $100 for this. Like not even Metal Gear Solid 1 will get me on this board, on this train.
You know, I wouldn't really care all that much if that game's on there, to be honest. Because I just beat it a couple years ago, if anything. Because I own it physically on PlayStation 1.
Right.
Fucking great game though.
Oh, 100%. Like it is a PlayStation 1 classic. Like if I gifted someone a PlayStation 1 right now, MGS is on the top of my list of like, here's a game for you.
So Robert,
hi.
You know how bad I am at video games. You have a vague idea of how bad I am at video games.
I've seen him lose in single player tic-tac-toe. I know, right?
Is there a tic-tac-toe video game?
Yeah, you play against yourself and somehow you lost, Collin.
And somehow you lost. Do you want to take a guess how many continues I got in Metal Gear Solid 1?
Enough to crash the game.
Give me a number. How many do you think?
148.
Higher.
69.
Holy fuck. 69. Plus another 69. Plus another 69 on top of that.
That's tiring.
You'd be close. Yeah. That's a lot of 69 in, man. Just saying. I think I had something in the ballpark of like 180 or so continues.
Yeesh. Man.
I died a lot.
And here I am. I played like Metal Gear Solid 3 and 4 on the hardest difficulties. I died a lot for them, but I mean like hardest difficulty, you know?
Right. Fucking game's hard, dude. And I'm not good at stealth games. I don't play a whole lot of them. I really don't.
Same. It's okay though. Metal Gear Solid isn't a stealth game anymore. It's a zombie survival game now.
Right.
Yeah, just like Dead Rising. Although you'll never be able to play Dead Rising ever again anymore.
No more Dead Risings are being made. Sad face.
They put the dead in Dead Rising. Capcom has shut down Capcom Vancouver, which is the studio mainly behind the Dead Rising series. So no more Dead Risings. They've even killed all the games that are out there right now. Like if you put in your Dead Rising 2 disc in your Xbox 360, there's gonna be an update, a patch that kills it. No more. It's dead.
It's absolutely dead. We're not gonna get another Super Dead Rising 4 Ultra EX plus Alpha.
Yeah,
I'm so upset.
And I mean, look, I just Dead Rising hasn't really been great since Dead Rising 2, I feel like.
No, honestly though, like as much as I hate to say it, like I haven't really played a Dead Rising game since the first one on the 360. It was a big reason why I wanted a 360 at the time. At the time it was an exclusive, believe it or not.
Right.
Eventually they released all of the Dead Risings on PS4, which is cool because it's a series that's fun to play. But I feel like the concept did get kind of tired after 2.
Yeah, I think 2 had the best blend of like, oh, this is fucking wacky and like enough open world for it to be like really fun.
Right. And then we had 3, which was a Xbox One launch game.
It was an Xbox One launch, yeah. And was there a 4?
Right. Yeah, there was a 4.
Oh fuck,
came out a couple years ago. Yeah.
What? Is it even good?
I mean, Dead Rising 4, Frank's Big Package.
Oh, I remember this now. I'm looking at it on Steam. It's not great. It doesn't look great.
But yeah, Dead Rising 4 existed. I don't think it did all that well sales-wise, though.
It's $30 right now.
Which is a damn shame, because I feel like I feel like it's just franchise fatigue. I feel like they waited too long to do something with this studio and put their energy towards something else. What's so funny, Robert?
Hold on. I don't know how I missed Dead Rising 4, because the trailer I'm seeing on Steam right now is Frank dressed up as Jill Valentine going through the Resident Evil mansion. But this is a muscular dude. And then he takes a picture of Street Fighter, and now he's dressed up as Cammy, and then Ryu, our fight boy, and he had Hadoken some zombies. What is this? What is happening?
I don't know, but it sounds like fun.
It sounds like really stupid fun. Oh my god, he's dressed up like Bass from Mega Man. What in the... And he is Mega Man now? Oh my... I need to stop watching this. Beautiful Joe? And Okami? What is... Hold on. What
Are you reading off the guest list for the fucking...
No, I'm watching a trailer.
99th video game Oscars?
I'm watching a trailer, and it's just... That's disappointing, because all the reviews are like, the game performs very poorly and is very shittily optimized on PC, apparently. So that's good to know. Great.
Woof.
Hey, so one last news story before we go for you. Rockstar Games, that indie studio that makes Grand Theft fucking Auto, they have that new game coming out in October, Red Dead Redemption 2, and they've confirmed today that Red Dead Redemption 2 is getting an online mode called Red Dead Online.
That's cool, dude.
Yeah, there's going to be an open beta starting in November, I believe, for people who own the game. So you have to buy Red Dead 2 first. So let's be honest, everyone's going to get access to the game because, everyone's going to buy Red Dead 2. But I don't know. I just, there's like, looking at this, I just don't think it's going to be as big as GTA 5 online.
No, it won't be, because Red Dead just doesn't have as wide of an appeal as GTA does.
Yeah.
Because, Western things, like, I'm sure, like, this game's going to sell well. Don't get me wrong. I'm not going to say it's not going to sell well. It's going to fucking sell like hotcakes. It's going to sell like crazy. There was a point for a while where, like, I think pre-orders went out on Amazon and several other places.
Yeah.
But I don't think it's going to sell quite as well as GTA 5 has. In fact, it's very hard to say anything is ever going to sell as well as GTA 5 has, seeing as how it's the best selling piece of fucking media ever conceived in the history of mankind.
Right. And granted, though, with the caveat that GTA 5 figure is across like 5 years. It's not like day one it made all that money.
Right. But you know who doesn't care about Red Dead Redemption 2 online? This guy, because I'm not going to play it.
Yeah,
I'm going to play Red Dead Redemption 2 single player, and I'm going to love it. It's going to be great. I'm going to have a shit ton of fun. Probably going to play way too much poker and blackjack and gamble all my money away. Because there's something about playing gambling in video games that I like to do a lot. But I'm not going to be playing the online mode because I just don't care. Like, I really don't.
Yep, same.
I just don't care. Like, I play online when my friends are like, hey, let's go play this game online. Let's play a few games. I'm like, okay. But the GTA's online, the reason why it's selling as well as it is because partially because of its online support and its ongoing online support. People play the ever living fuck out of GTA 5's online mode. Never really appealed to me because it just sounded like an endless fucking grind to get anything in the game. So I never really got into it, and I hated that they put all the support for online mode and released all this cool content for just the online mode and never put it out there for single players.
Yeah.
It's dumb.
I'm convinced we're not going to get any Red Dead Redemption 2 story mode DLC. All the DLC is going to be like literally horse armor. You know?
Yeah, like, are we never going to get another, like, Ballad of Gay Tony or Lost in the Damned or Undead Nightmare in the Red Dead Redemption's case? Like, it pisses me off. It does. But, I mean, it's cool. Like, I'm definitely not going to fault a dev for releasing fucking free updates. You know what I mean? I'm not going to shit on it for that.
Fuck you guys.
Yeah. But, I mean, it's also another currency machine. You know what I'm saying? They're definitely putting like Take-Two Interactive. Yeah, they're definitely loading this bad boy up with currency and stuff you can get. Like, I mean, you can get the $20 extra edition, the special edition or whatever with Red Dead Redemption 2. You get all this in-game cool stuff and blah blah blah.
It's called that exactly. Cool stuff.
Yeah, like skins for online mode and you get this many Red Dead Redemption bucks or whatever the fuck they're gonna call them.
There's Red Dead Redemption 2, the Red Dead Redemption 2 Deluxe Edition, then Red Dead Redemption 2 Cool Stuff.
The Cool Stuff Edition.
Yeah.
I mean, isn't that what collector's editions are, though?
Basically.
Like stuff that you get this big box, you pull out all the stuff, and it's really cool looking. You look at it once, then you put it back in the box, and you just play the game, and then you never touch any of that shit again.
Right, and then you keep it in that box, and then you claim it's still in mint condition, even though you know you took it out.
Right. Only been messed with once. God, I'm so fucking guilty of that with some of my shit.
You piece of shit. God,
my fucking Pip-Boy edition for Fallout 4. I literally just like whipped it out, played with it once, and then just like, this is so cool, and then I put it back and never looked at it again.
So it probably wasn't that cool.
I mean, it was fucking great. It was an awesome gimmicky thing, and it beats the shit out of a statue. Every fucking collector's edition nowadays is a statue. You know?
Yeah.
And it's like, what if we do something cool with it? Like, Infamous Second Son, you know what the fucking collector's edition of that had? Delson's beanie. Like the beanie he wears in the game. I'm like, dude, that's dope. I'll fucking wear his beanie. It's cool.
Is it bad that for a second, when you said his beanie, my mind first jumped to like, why would they give you a statue of a beanie? And then I was like, oh wait, no, it's like a real beanie you can wear. Okay,
it's not even an actual wearable beanie. It's actually just a sculpture of his beanie.
It's just like a plastic hard beanie on like a stand. My God. And it has amiibo support.
Jesus. Like, it just runs the and the thing about statues is it's a gamble whether or not they're going to actually be nice quality. Like, believe it, a lot of people got the Marvel's Spider-Man, collector's edition for PS4, and apparently the statue was like super low quality.
Yeah, I'm not surprised
good at all. Yeah, and it just not very good build. So that's the risk you run. But I digress. Red Dead Redemption 2, I'm definitely not probably gonna mess around with it. I mean, unless Red Dead Redemption 2 is like online has something so fucking cool about it that it's like, man, I really gotta check that out. It's really not appealing to me. And I mean, this is coming from a guy that's a very single player centric player. Like, I don't play a whole lot of multiplayer games at all.
Yeah.
But still, like, yeah, it doesn't really appeal to me. But it's cool that it's there, I guess. Just throw a single player people a bone every once in a while, Rockstar. That'd be nice, please.
That'd be cool.
Please. Thanks.
Yeah,
What do you think, Robert?
What do I think? I think I want a statue of a beanie right now. I'd fucking love that. It'd be like think about it. That is like the best conversation piece, right? Just on your desk, you have a paperweight that's just a hard beanie.
Somebody picks it up to go fucking put it on. They're like, what the fuck?
What is this shit?
It's hard.
What have you done to me?
Oh, this is actually a hard hat. It's supposed to, but it looks like a beanie.
Jesus.
Yeah.
No, I mean, I don't know.
Like what? Yeah, go ahead.
I mean, I was just gonna say, I agree with you that collector's editions and shit have just been going a little crazy. Like, have you seen the laundry list of collector's editions that Assassin's Creed Odyssey has?
Oh yeah, don't give me. I mean, I've ranted about that so many times about like the different 5 million editions that both Ubisoft and Warner Brothers and a couple of other publishers have gotten very akin to, I guess.
I think Ubisoft is like the worst with it. And here's the thing.
Oh yeah, totally. They have been for a while too.
Of all the like major big boy developers and publishers, I think Ubisoft is one of the better ones. I feel like they've actually been giving a shit about making their games not poop. And if it is poop, they'll stick with it until it's not poop anymore.
Yeah, that's the thing. It's like fucking Ubisoft has what people in the Magic world call summoning syndrome. Like they put their fucking game out on the field and it's like, okay, it starts out okay, like can't really do much, and then you just gotta wait.
Yeah.
And then it can do something.
Right.
No, but I won't fault them though with their lack of support, or their lack of support is not. I'm phrasing this really weird. They support good. They support good.
Yeah.
No, they the season pass and shit for Odyssey looks really awesome. Getting Assassin's Creed 3, even though Assassin's Creed 3 isn't the greatest game, but again, getting that remastered for free, and then also getting this other, like this fucking Atlantis DLC sounds dope, and this other DLC, I can't remember it, the First Blade or something like that.
Here's the thing. The reason I can't get excited about the Assassin's Creed 3 remaster is because I know for a fact I'm not booting it up. You could tell me you rebuilt it from the ground up in Odyssey's engine, and I'd probably still be like, meh.
No, I hear you 100%. I definitely 100% am on board with this whole Atlantis thing though.
Oh yeah.
Like that sounds awesome. I feel like that's a place in games that they haven't really explored all that much, is Atlantis. I feel like that one would have been like one of the first to be like, with the exception of Aquaman the video game for GameCube.
Yeah, I was about to point that one out. How dare you forget about Aquaman the video game on GameCube with his magnificent hair physics that go into his head.
Oh my fucking god. Let it go down in history that X-Play, the TV show, the video game show on G4, had the Blonde Mullet award for the worst game of the year just because of that game. Man,
Aquaman cannot catch a fucking break. The character really can't catch a single fucking break.
Wait, was Jason Momoa as Aquaman bad?
No, I mean, Jason Momoa is giving the character the best kind of justice on the silver screen that Aquaman's ever gotten. But like everyone still thinks, oh, Aquaman, he's a little bitch. He talks to dolphins. Woo, that's so wow. Oh.
Yeah, and it took fucking Khal Drogo to turn that around.
Yeah,
so
and like, you motherfuckers, Aquaman could flood the planet if he wanted to.
He's basically Poseidon.
He's god of water, basically. The water you're drinking in your glass right now, he made that, probably.
Hey, Corey Barlog. Can you make a good Aquaman game?
Make a good Aquaman game. Yeah, that's it. That's what we need.
Could you please just make a good? I mean, you already did Poseidon once in God of War. He's pretty much the same thing.
But don't kill Poseidon in this one. You play.
Don't do the whole
Poseidon.
first person. We're gonna punch your eyes out with the finger sticks things.
Nice.
Yeah, I love you, Corey. Make it a good game. Thanks.
Well, just make a game. I'm pretty sure it'll
just
be
make
good.
it. I don't care, Corey. You make good shit. Just keep feeding me more stuff.
All right, I think that wraps it up for us here.
Yeah.
So yeah, if you enjoyed the show, if you enjoyed what we did, consider leaving us an iTunes review. If not, you know what? Create a rollable list of reviews on a spreadsheet, and just roll a random number, and whatever review comes up, post to get it tattooed on your chest, and then walk around and without a shirt on, and just tell people, oh yeah, this is my review for the Tiny Disc podcast. You should listen to it. That's how you tell your friends. Spread the word. If not, you can follow us on all of our social medias. You can find them all at tinydisc.com, or actually it's tinydiscpodcast.libsyn.com. You can also email us any questions, comments, concerns, feedback. If you want to be preemptive and add a couple of suggestions to our list of rollable values, you can email all those things to us at tinydiscpodcast@gmail.com. Collin, where can we find you online?
You can find me at booboo__55, aka Collin and Mono on Twitter. Soon to be Collin at Portland Retro Gaming Expo. Just a reminder to you great folks out there that the Tiny Disc Podcast is going to be at the Portland Retro Gaming Expo. So if you see us there, don't hesitate to say hi. We'll probably be like, what the fuck are you talking about? Why are you approaching me?
You what?
I don't know. What Tiny Disc what?
The Tiny who?
The who?
Did you say we have tiny...
that's right. We do that.
Hi, we are podcast. Hello.
We podcast disc tiny.
Man, you how do you meet people, Collin?
I don't. I just kind of like, it's kind of like a stumbling, babbling. It's like, hey, how are you? Not much. How are you?
Hey, hello, Collin. Collin is me. English speak good, please.
It's pretty much the gist of it. Yeah.
All right, and you can follow Jack, our ghost host. Ooh, that's a good one. You can follow him at Mr._Cepeda, Mr._Cepeda on Instagram. And you can find me at Panoptimist, PINOPTIMIST. Thank you so much for listening to the Tiny Disc Podcast, and we'll see you next Thursday.
So wait, what happens if what happens if we just run into someone, right, who has a tattoo of our fucking logo? We have no fucking clue who they are.
I would
probably
be
for some like far off country.
I would be convinced that it's for another thing that we didn't realize we ripped the logo off of until that moment.
What if they're just like, we're like, dude, you got our logo tattooed?
He's like,
what
no,
are you talking about?
Dude,
This is. I just found this picture on the internet. I got a tattoo because I thought it looked cool.
No, this is for the new Anheuser-Busch brewery, dude. This is the logo for the new biggest beer brewer on the planet. What are you talking about?
Wait, fuck! I thought this was the Toyota logo. Shit!
Oh shoot!
Fuck! I thought this was the Yamaha logo. Rip.
It's close. It's close.
It's close. I just really like Yamaha. They make good keyboards.
Yeah, they make great tuning forks.